Welcome to another episode of Better Than Common Garage. I'm your host, Jesse, and today, well, in the next few days, I want to get that thing charging again, hopefully. And maybe even, well, at least investigate some of the leaks. But as you can see, I got her pulled into the shop here, and it's a bit of a squeeze. And just, it stinks, but the old Bronco is going to sit out in the weather for a day or two. But anywho, let's see what we have. Oh, hello, and welcome to Better Than Common Garage. I'm your host, I think, for the most part. No, that was stupid. Let's see here. First things first, got a couple fuse holders. That should fix the lights and help me complete some of the dash wiring. And then I want to also I have a replacement dash that came with this thing, and I want to replace this. The temp gauge does not work. Every other gauge works. Well, the temp and the amp gauge don't work. The fuel gauge and the oil pressure gauge works. Speedo and tach both work. And I think these lights will all work if I get a new fuse holder. This slightly broken fuse holder. So I'm going to replace that. I have another one in case the instrument fuse holder is busted as well. And I have a replacement dash with actual wood grain on it over there on the workbench. So that's what I want to try to get done today, is sort of disassemble this a little bit, investigate why the amp meter isn't working. My assumption is the amp meter doesn't work because the alternator is broke. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. And I guess step one would be attempt to get this very, very worn and rusted steering wheel off of here, which might be easier said than done. Okay, so I got my dash, my replacement dash. There we go. So it's got switches there. That looks to be complete-ish, completer-ish. Screw holes down there. Shift pattern, over, under. I think that's right. I think that's a good replacement part. And then the fuse holders I got, like if you look on all the websites, these are like 10 bucks, 12 bucks, maybe more. This is just a cheap replacement from Amazon I found. And I bought two of them and they were like $7 a piece. So always look on the Jungle website first. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, see, it's severely broken. Now, I've had the lights on this thing before. Before I do anything stupid, put this thing in neutral. So I have to wonder if putting these in might get some of the instrument panel working. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I don't know how well this steering wheel is going to remove. I have my doubts. And I don't want to break it. It is junk, but I don't have anything to replace it. That might be step one. But this thing needs replaced. A replacement I do not have. And just like that, we got our part. A couple of screws here for this side. Try not to lose those. And then all the screws over there for that side. A couple of things of note is, I think these are lights for the back of the gauges. It looks pretty straightforward. It doesn't look too cobbled up. Honestly, I mean, I was expecting way worse. So I think, so it's an electric gauge for the temperature. So I wonder if it's the gauge or the sending unit is bad. With any luck, I'd like it to be the sending unit, honestly, because try to keep the gauge original to the tractor if possible. Not that this thing's worth anything, but I think it would be nice. Yeah, we'll see. Anywho's, let's get the fixing. I do know that they reran this red wire. This red wire, if you trace it, I do believe is my start wire. It goes down to the starter. So let's keep looking. All right, let's see. Somebody greased up the fuses, which they had all intentions of doing the right thing. I've found that typically only complicates things. Makes things worse. Okay, that's in. Let's see if we get anything else. Keys on. Let's see, we got field, road, I don't know what that is. Dim, whatever that means. The road looks like it has all the lights on. The back two don't work. And I think the wires back there are junk though, so. Yeah. Okay. So I think the road, the switch is a little funky. Yeah. I think the switch could use a little bit of WD-40, but well, I gotta fire it up, see if it's charging. Got the fuses fixed. That was the one main thing I wanted to do. It'd be nice to replace this dashboard with that, but that's going to be a pretty sizable project. Having to get this steering wheel off and get all this undone and not break any of this stuff. That might be a project for a different day. This is just a rainy day kind of thing. Let's see if I'm gonna fire it up and see if it charges. Yeah, see, they'll all go in there, but don't believe any of that stuff works. Uh-oh. Well, I don't like that. I don't like being able to turn the lights on and let them on. That's a good way to kill battery. Anywho, let's get a tester and fire this thing up. Okay, so I put some power to the gauge, did nothing. But after looking at these, one of these is supposed to be a ground. And one of these, there's a dark green and a black that go to the alternator. Then there's a white that goes to the lights. Then there's a light brown or a brown that goes to the gauge. So I got too many wires. I got 4 here, or 5 here. I got a light brown, a black, and a dark green, and a white. If I come over here to my wiring diagram, had to remove the bed off of the golf cart. We had a mishap. Okay, so a wiring diagram, I got dark green. That's the big heavy one coming out of the alternator. I got black. I have a ground coming off the alternator. I have a brown going to the temperature sender and a white. 3, 4. Okay, so they must just be sending that one back through the harness to the voltage regulator. A little confusing. Oh, why won't that focus? There we go. That's a little gooder. No. Nope. Oh, well, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm just going to assume the alternator junk. Take it off, see if I can't get a replacement or get it rebuilt. Okay. So, we have some miniature light bulbs for all the gauges and one reman alternator sourced from my local parts store. Got to get the 2 rib pulley off of here quick. Let's see, what size is that? the lock washer. What did I do with it? Oh. Not that I think it needs a lock washer, but gooder. And I will take that one back for a core. But 65 bucks. I was going to try to convert it to a one wire, but I couldn't hardly pass that up. And they had one of these here, or they had one of these in the store. They did not of the one wires. So now I don't have to rewire nothing. It should just be bolt her back up, start it up. Everything in life will be good. Let's see. Okay. That's that. Hey, look at that. That didn't change, but that's all right. Awesome. Fill her up with smoke. That was easy enough. Yeah, that was messy. I probably should have cleared off the hood. But when you got a big flat hood, it often becomes a tool bench. So let's hook up the water temperature sensor. And I want to try to, I don't know who did that, but that's for the headlights. I want to reroute that wire. Might have to pop off this panel here, but this will be fun. Okay, some time has passed, a couple hours. I got the wiring tidied up there, sensors hooked back up, rerouted my light wire up above there. It's hanging up here. It was coming through here, which I don't think is how it was from factory. I'm pretty sure it goes into the grill right there. So I went up above the radiator with it. It might not be the rightest thing to do, but oh well. Let's see, what else? Oh, my brother was here for a little while, and I was showing him what I did, and started up and was messing around with the lights, you know, pulling the switch and stuff, and I popped my fuse. And it's, you know, the old style cylinder type fuse, which it was the wrong amperage. It was a 10 amp, and the book says the light fuse should be a 20. Well, I don't have any fuses. My brother has some in his house, so I got to go get off of him. But I think what I might do is switch this out. This is the light switch. When I got the tractor, the guy I got off of had a bunch of spare parts that he had bought, and they all came with the tractor when I got it, and this was one of them. He had a few lights, light switch to replace this because he thought that was bad. The original one Yeah, the dash pad or the dash for it. Just random things that he had gotten and acquired for it. But what I think I might do, I'm going to put this in because I think that'll help with some of the erratic, this one coming on, then shutting off, and it's just a little bit weird. It feels like it's old. But I also want to take, and I bought new light bulbs for some of these. I want to see if I can get instrument lights. That would be even more fantasticer. We'll see. Okay, quick update. It's another day. I got the new light switch in, and it's working famously. Got lights, and I got a new light back there. So the original light was missing a lens on one side. I would like to put it back on if I can, but I found these lights in the pile of parts I have for this tractor, and it doesn't look terrible. It's chrome and shiny. I might pull it off and paint it. Need to get me a triangle. But down here, I think I need a new bulb here. This light works. That bulb is shot too, so making progress. I'm gonna try to get this put back together so I get this thing pulled back out tonight. Got projects for the weekend coming up, so hopefully more videos. Well, I think that'll do, Peg. So, to get my blinker to hook up the blink, I had to put that bulb, that little red one there, in on the same circuit, just to give it enough load so the blinker would blink. But we have lights, but not all of them. I think I got one burnt out up here. Yeah, one burnt out here. Need a new, I don't know what you want to call them, the rubber that goes around the lens. They're all pretty well shot. But for now, it'll keep me a little bit safer going down the road. I got my mirror, my little baby bracket, all painted up and on there and doing its job. So I guess it's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll talk to you next time.